What's up, guys? Hey, listen, I want to break this down fast. This is like my third time and it gets 9 minutes every time. So I want to try to make it a little bit quicker. When I met my wife, I had $400 in a drawer, in a sock drawer somewhere, a TV, broken down car, well, barely broken down. Didn't have no air conditioner, burned oil, all that good fun stuff. Um, and, it, and that's it. And I proposed to her and she accepted. Um, she had a decent house, good paying job, and a good car. And from that time on, God has amplified and multiplied our lives over and over and over again. We didn't have much. I mean, I can remember times where between the two of us, we didn't make but $60,000 a year. And yet we always had. We never went without. There was a handful of times in the last 13, 14 years that I've had to actually ask or borrow money. Um, but not much. I mean, just a couple $100 here and there. And I've always been able to give back. So here's the deal. Here's where I'm going with this. We're going on our third house in 13 years. Third house. When we purchase this house, we are going to be debt free. I say debt free. I'll still have a house note and I'll still have a car payment and utilities. But that's it. That's it. We've never been in that situation. See, when you're faithful with a little bit, when it comes time to God, for God to give you much, you have to be faithful and show that you're faithful with that little bit first for Him to give you that much. So we're going into a giving of much from God, and I can't help but to give Him glory. I can't help but to lift Him up and exalt Him and testify about what God's done. From $400 in a bag full of clothing and a TV and a car that had way too many miles on it to we're fixing to move into our third house. And not to mention, we lived in Dayton, Ohio for a couple years too. Uh, just being faithful and obedient to God, chasing after what God has for us. And in that time frame, we have tithed all the time, every time. We even adopted a kid through Compassion International. Compassion International. I think he's turning 13 or 14 this year. We've been taking care of him since he was 8. I'm telling you, do with your money what God would do with your money, and God will reward your money, and He will reward your life, and He will increase you. You've heard me talk about Ian. I'm sorry, I'm tearing up on this one. Uh, you've heard me talk about Ian over and over and over again. Many, many years we prayed for that child. Doctors told us over and over, nope, nope, it ain't happening. You're not working, she's not working. Just go on, enjoy your lives, and just be happy. On our 9th anniversary, she come out of the hotel room screaming like it was on fire at 6 o'clock in the morning. It's positive, and sure enough, Ian was here. Ian was on the way at that point. Um, I'm 100% convinced that's from a move at a little church out here. We went to a midnight service on New Year's. There was a foot washing service and everything, and there was such an intense move of God that night that I believe God opened up her womb and allowed us to conceive and gave us a blessing. And now He's blessing us again. All we've done is stay faithful. Sure, we've stumbled. Oh my gosh, y'all, we have stumbled. We have questioned. We've doubted. It's just human nature. But God understands that. He just wants you to keep going after him. Be after God's own heart. Go after his heart. Dig in, give with all you got, bless with all you can. We don't sell our stuff. We have a ton. Y'all, I got a Pentecostal wife. She's a collector of everything. We don't sell our stuff. A while back we tried to, and Michelle said God told me if I wanted to be blessed, that I had to give it away, give it to those in need, and that he would bless us. And that's all we've done. Every time we do a purge, it's given. Every time she cleans out some clothes, it's given. Every time we find stuff we don't need or want anymore, it's given. Sure, we could make 10, 20, 30, 40 bucks here and there off of it, but how much more do you get from giving? Because later, when it's time for God to give to you, he's going to remember that giving that you did. I'm not boasting. I'm not bragging. I'm bragging and boasting on God, because when you're faithful and honor him in everything you do, and all of your giving is for him, and you tithe like you're supposed to, and you live for God as best as you can, and you put him first, things like this happen. You go from having $400 in a broken down car and a TV and a bag full of clothing, and I think 3 years sober, to third house. Each house has been an upgrade. Each house has been an upgrade. Every time God blesses, it's an upgrade. Every time. God's going to bless you, people. If you just do as he asks you to do and live as he asks you to live, he's going to bless you. I am blown away by what God has done in our lives. Absolutely blown away. I'm not bragging. No, God, please don't take it like that, because I know what it's like to have nothing. I really know what it's like to have nothing. And I know what it's like when God blesses you like he's blessing us now. I love you guys. I made it to 8 minutes. I cut a minute off. You guys be blessed.